Everybody feeling good?
Yes.
I'm the fourth speaker of the first session. Right. Oh, it's an awful picture out there. What's this awful picture? It's apparently I've been told that baby boomers like me and the rest of you in the room, we've left this huge mess in the room. So let's watch a video that talks about this mess.
It's supposed to be 70 degrees today. It's freezing here. Speaking of global warming, we need some global warming. It's freezing.
The most criticized scene in the movie An Inconvenient Truth was showing that the combination of sea level rise and storm surge would flood the 9/11 memorial site. And people said, what a terrible exaggeration.
Hurricane Sandy slammed into New York City last night, flooding the World Trade Center site.
Storms get stronger and more destructive. Watch the water splash off the city. This is global warming.
I feel so scared, sorry.
Despair can be paralyzing, but this to me is the most exciting new development. We're seeing a tremendous amount of positive change. The basis is there, but it's still not enough.
It's crunch time at the climate change conference in Paris.
Still some really tough negotiations going on.
What would it take to shift to renewables? I'm talking about breaking the impasse.
Virtually every nation in the entire world agreed to get to zero greenhouse emissions. It is unprecedented.
It's time to put America first. That includes a promise to cancel billions in climate change spending. Our plan will end the EPA.
The next generation would be justified in looking back at us and asking, what were you thinking? Couldn't you hear what the scientists were saying? Couldn't you hear what Mother Nature was screaming at you?
This movement is in the tradition of every great movement that has advanced humankind.
We're not going to recognize it. We don't want to discuss it.
It is right to save humanity. It is wrong to pollute this earth. It is right to give hope to the future generation.
Don't let anybody tell you that we're going to get on rocket ships and live on Mars.
How do you feel after watching this? Tell me. How do you feel? Shout it out. Sad. Yeah? Well, we showed this video to almost 10,000 kids around the nation, and their response was this. They said very clearly that they had anger, they had rage, and they looked at leaders around the world, they looked at adults around the world, and said, what are these people doing? We sit and we talk, we discuss, but it's a combination of egos fighting with each other. Nothing comes out of it. So the kids said, why don't we do this ourselves? Why don't we take this power back and do something for humanity before it's too late? Yes? And do you feel like this? Yes, I'm sure you do. Yes? Right. This is why we got together and decided to create a platform for these young people, because people like you want to do something, but you don't know where to go to. So what we did was we put a platform together and we learned 10 important things. A lot of people say, let's just look at college students. And we said, no, look at very young kids and then up to college students. And I'll tell you why. Let's go for the 10 reasons, really, quickly. First one, basically, look at this. This is this young woman, Severin, and she spoke in 1992, and she delivered an amazing speech during United Nations, and that rocked the world. Today, she's close to 40 years old, and guess what? She's now a mother. So when people say these people have something to gain, hang on, they're not in for political gain. They're not in to make money. These people feel something and they want to change the world, and guess what? These are the things that are important to them, and it's important to you guys as well, yeah? Their future and their children's future. Don't you feel this way as well? All of us will have legacy, right? Let's look at number 2. And number 2, can you do a Rubiks Cube in 47 seconds? Anybody? Put up your hand. No? I can do it in 47 minutes, maybe? Yeah, but that's difficult. This little girl, she can do it in exactly 47 seconds. And so kids, young kids, are very focused when challenged because they're not distracted by other things. Adults, slightly older people, girlfriend, boyfriend issues, all these different issues, yeah? As you get older, these are the other issues that we look at, yeah? And stress, Exactly. So young kids, their only stress is when's dinner time, when's lunchtime, when's playtime. Yeah? And they're very focused. So let's look at number 3 then. Number 3, okay, take a deep breath. This was a photograph taken from Marjorie Stoneman School where 17 kids were killed by a lone gunman in the States, right? And these kids were from different nationalities, different races. And kids today, young people like you, the reason why I believe that you guys are amazing to help humanity, because you're colorblind. You don't care whether a person's Greek, German, black, green, purple, alien. It's irrelevant. For you, everybody's the same. More importantly, you believe there's only one race, and that's the human race. Isn't that awesome? And that's you. That's you, right? Now let's look at number 4. Number 4, young people operate from the heart because that's what pumps you. That's really what gets you up in the morning. And it's so important because you will see that with people who are driven from the heart, they're hardwired from birth. The moment you're born, you're already wanting to do good things. They did a research at Yale to see how young little kids would resonate with puppets. And the puppets were designed to be good puppet, not so good puppet, helpful puppet, not so helpful puppet. The young kids actually wanted the helpful, good puppets to play with, didn't want the other ones. In other words, altruism is hardwired to all of us, and we should take that and use it for humanity, right? Similarly, why do we believe that? We need to work with these young kids. And why do we need to work with these young kids? Is because they are still fresh. It also means they're not tainted. Because as you grow older, we are tainted with programming. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you're not allowed to do that. And so, oh, okay, I can't do this, I can't do this. And so that stops humanity. We don't want that to happen, yes? So number 5, that face is typical kid who says, no, you can't do that. And the response is, no, really? Well, guess what? Kids don't understand the word NO. They don't understand the word NO. And why is so important? Because these people also could not understand the word no. Every time somebody came to them with an issue, they looked at them and says, there will be a solution for it. Go look for the solution. Because they would never accept the word no, I can't find the solution. And look who they are. They are amazing people who have changed the world because they don't accept no for an answer. You can do that too, yeah? Guess what? At number 6, we're looking at, now this is really amazing, that young people are hardwired also to be sales and marketing people. We like to sell. See, I use the word we because I think I'm still young, right? And guess what? This is even more important. They are perfectly designed to run enterprises, especially social enterprises. And that, I believe, is going to be the business that will never be replaced by artificial intelligence. Why? Because artificial intelligence cannot function without conscience. We are the ones which runs on conscience, yeah? So let's look at the next one, number 7. I love this one. When youth believe in a cause, they will go out to deliver it because they speak truth to power. And why this is so important? I'll give you a real example. In America, 3,000 kids took to the streets because their fellow students got killed in school. And they said, enough is enough, we're not accepting this. And guess what the kids did? These are 3 million, from 3,000, 3 million kids. And they took the cause all the way up to the White House. Look at the body language and you can see who's in power now. That's so powerful because you kids think that only politicians and celebrities have got power. No, it lies in all of you. You can do this, they can do this. Do you believe me? Yes, absolutely. Great. Now let's take a look at number 8. This is so beautiful. You guys are basically the largest able-bodied demographic in the world. What are your numbers? Easy, 3.1 billion from 0 to 24 years old, right? That's a huge number of people. Why do I look at this? Because I believe that young people do have the right to save humanity because it's yours. We are passing this world to you, yeah? So this is why we look at small things like young people like this. Really, can little kids like this, she is 4.5, make a change to the world? Guess what? Her name is Riley, not Rayleigh. Her name is Riley Hubbard. At 4 years old, she was watching TV and she saw this program about Darfur, and there was a crisis, and these kids in the refugee camps had no toys. So she asked her mom, "Mom, can we take these toys from my shop, my back room, and bring it to Africa?" And the mom said, "Okay, we'll try it." And today, Riley runs Riley's Toy Foundation, which is part of the World Vision Partnership. Isn't that amazing? Give her an incredible big hand. 4.5 years old, she has made shifts to the world. Isn't that amazing? And there are other kids around the world. You guys can be as well. All of us can be, yes? So, because kids inspire, they do inspire. And if kids can help humanity, what is your excuse? Ask yourself this when you walk out of this hall. Just ask yourself this question. What else can you do? What's your excuse if you don't want to do it? Yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, number 9, very quickly. Michael Jackson. That's my generation, but look at his lyrics and just pause it for a while, but I'm going to talk about the fact that they are the most receptive to change. Michael Jackson changed himself so many times, but that's not why he's up on the slide. What I'm talking about is young people. You are natural innovators. You do everything because you are highly adaptable. You move fearlessly. You do amazing things because you're dynamic. All these qualities are in you. Just find a way to reach out to get them. Yeah? And number 10, the last one, is basically here. Everybody says, I ask this simple question. Do you guys like to watch movies? Everybody says, yes, we love watching movies. Why do you like to watch movies? Well, a simple reason. Because whenever you watch a movie, it's like watching a screen. It's like watching a mirror. Everybody loves movies because in the movie, there's something called the protagonist who's a hero. All of us resonate with the protagonist who's a hero. Because inside here, there's a hero just waiting to come out and just waiting to go on a hero's journey. That's why you need to come up. You need to come up and just drive forward. And ladies and gentlemen, what I wanted to leave with you is our organization called Humanity.Inc. is here to deliver something very powerful. And it's a platform for young people like you to come and work with us because we integrate both young people who have the desire to do something for humanity. We integrate all the NGOs and charities and social enterprises. We integrate the technology group who can deliver change. And then the fourth one, we integrate the governments and the companies that can fund it. By putting all 4 together, we then move humanity forward because the ideas not just stay as ideas, but the ideas get funded, technologies comes in, and all of you just say, hey, we're now working together like astronauts in space. So I believe that youth like you are well placed to help humanity. What do you believe in? Thank you.